seeks revenge against Buffalo Tremor. Clydesdale battles Thunder Chicken in a barnyard brawl. And the kid dances toward a national title. Stay with us. Gravedigger. He's going to put those shoes on in a moment, and he hopes to mash the competition here at Fishersville, Virginia, the Augusta Expoland, where they'll see the superstars of monster truck racing.
Well, thanks, Scott. Standing with me right now is a young man. It has to be one of the most popular trucks on the circuit, that being the Gravedigger of Dennis Anderson's. But Dennis, last week in Fishersville was kind of a replay of the whole 1989 year. It just hasn't been your year, has it?
No, it really hasn't. You know, we had a lot of confidence. You know, the track was slick last week when we came out, and I was really afraid to really put it all into the truck, but I made a few passes. I busted a lifter and lost a valve. I broke. That was last week. This is this week. It's going to be different this week. You know, I'm here to win. I think the track's going to be good today, so I'm going to try to do it today.
Okay, let's talk about track and philosophy. First of all, the philosophy. Last week's gone. Nothing you can do about it. Whole new day. Everything is go right now. So you're looking good. You're 100%. You're ready to go after these guys.
Yeah, I am. You know, I like this style of track. You know, I've got a good runway in between the cars. I can really blast to the last second, you know, the last pile of cars. That way the guy I'm racing against, I can hold back and maybe save the truck. And if I need it, I'll just squeeze the truck and go for it.
The track itself, a lot of hard clay, gonna hold the horsepower. So this is exactly what you're looking for. And also, this is exactly what you need if you're gonna turn your luck around, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to hang on to that fourth place, you know, in the points. And I'd really like to advance to the third because it's coming to the end, and we're really battling hard for it. It's been tough, but I'm going to do it tonight.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let's check with Kris Chapman and find out what the pulling portion of our program is going to be today.
Monster trucks. A couple of trucks broke in qualifying. Here in side-by-side qualifying Army, King Crunch broke.
King Crunch broke a transmission. However, on the run, that was bad luck for King Crunch. Thunder Chicken comes from out of nowhere and says, hey, I'm for real. You're going to have to put up with me before the day's over. That truck impresses me this afternoon.
Looked very quick and Crunch with that broken input shaft done for the day. Now, also breaking in the qualifying session, and will join Scott Stevens and King Crunch on the trailer much earlier than hoped for, was the Stomper Chevrolet. Marvin Smith of Arnold, Missouri. Some cracks in the undercarriage after a side-by-side run that we're going to see with Carolina Crusher.
Scott, anytime you go to a TNT Monster Truck Challenge, the qualifying is super. The reason it's so tough is because it gives you lane choice and around. Now, earlier today, Marvin Smith comes out going head-to-head with Porter and the Carolina Crusher. Both of them Chevrolet. Smith suffered major chassis damage. He will not come back. Porter, even though he took the win, lost front-wheel drive. He will be back two-wheel drive only.
So that means he'll be just running for points, but it'll certainly hurt him as he tries to chase down the equalizer. Here's the way they'll match up. Equalizer fast qualifier, another big advantage, a bye run. He'll meet the winner of the no-problem Gravedigger showdown. Also in the first round, the new driver in USA 1, Steve Wilkie, meets Nightlife, Buffalo Tremor. He's been impressive. He'll take on Clydesdale. Wild Hair and Bob Breen will go up against Gary Wiggins and Mopar Magic. A fast loser gets to come back in the quarterfinal against the winner of that matchup. Then rounding it out, the Jersey Outlaw and Thunder Chicken. That ought to be a good matchup. And Gary Porter's Carolina Crusher in only two-wheel drive will meet the Mad Dog. Great run in qualifying for Gravedigger. Let's watch Dennis Anderson in action. And the question comes up when you see him run this strong. He can win, but can he stay together?
Boy, the weak link has been the drivetrain all year long. He looks like he's got the handle on it this afternoon, though.
We're going to find out if Gravedigger can hold together or will he be snake bit. We'll find out in the first round of competition. And that's right around the corner. These Tuff Trax in Fishersville, Virginia with the monster truck action. Here we are in nearby Stanton. You're looking at the historic birthplace of former President Woodrow Wilson. And you know, what could be more American than monster truck racing? We've got another Virginia son, Dennis Anderson, and the Gravedigger, ready to go into action. His opponent, John Moore, and the no-problem Ford Bronco. These two really building up quite a rivalry in action here on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge that you see every week here on Tuff Trax. You know, the last time these two got together was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, about 4 weeks ago, and it was a dandy side-by-side showdown.
Both trucks left the starting line awfully good. Anderson nosed down in the right lane, but Moore kept the pressure on.
Delta victory went to Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger. Gravedigger and No Problem will now go side by side once again. No Problem owns a victory over Gravedigger this year, something that really kind of got under Dennis Anderson's skin. Let's see how it goes today in Fishersville.
Last week, Anderson had motor problems. They've solved that problem. Whoa, now he's got another kind of problem. John Moore's going to win. Look at this. Anderson missed the final jump completely.
Absolutely missed the entire second set of cars. Now, Dennis will back up because a fast loser will be able to come back, but it would take some real weird happenings for the time he's going to post to get him in the second round. What a shock in Fishersville, Virginia. Gravedigger completely missed the second set.
Look at this. All he has to do is just drive over him. Anderson backs up and nails it. He's got the people standing and cheering. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, but one more shot for the hometown fans. Nonetheless, the win to John Moore and the No Problem Ford.
John, I tell you what, that's got to be very satisfying to you to put that guy away. You guys have been going after each other all year long.
I didn't even think I was supposed to get him this round, but it's yeah, I was ready for him. When they told me I had him, I was ready for him. We've been back and forth with each other, but I was ready for him this time.
John Moore was ready to get the victory, and Dennis Anderson was ready for another chapter in the book of bad luck that has been the 1989 racing season.
Dennis, you guys have been going after each other all year long. He's starting to even the score on you. This guy's for real, isn't he?
Yeah, he is for real. I got a bad bounce coming off the cars, missed the car, so I had to give it up and back up and, straighten my run out. But
why did you do that? A lot of people are going to ask us why. You were beat. You knew you were beat. But why did you go back and finish that run?
I do it for the crowd. They're here to see me launch that truck and drive it hard. And I knew I was going to be out and have to park it, so I'm going to give them something for the show.
Plus, it doesn't hurt the T-shirt sales at all, does it?
No, it doesn't. It helps out a lot.
Not like those things need any help. Everywhere you go, you see those fantastic Gravedigger T-shirts. There's one right there in the crowd at Fishersville, Virginia. Well, coming up next, it'll be Nightlife against USA 1. USA 1 with a new driver, Steve Wilkie, replacing the injured Rod Litzow. He raced the truck for the first time last week here on Tuff Trax and was disqualified. Army Armstrong got a chance to talk to Steve Wilkie earlier today about that run a week ago, about the disqualification and what happened to him here at Fishersville, Virginia.
Last week, there's a lot of question on the track. I know you did not get the run out of the truck you were looking for. Let's go back and talk about that run last week.
Yeah, it's nothing I'm too proud of. It seemed we developed a lot of horsepower, and the track seemed to be a little greasy. I come off the first stack of cars and went to high gear and powered the truck, and she come around on me, and TNT rules, you have to hit the second stack of both front tires, and they claim I didn't, and that's all you can do.
That's the second time the TNT's called that rule on you all this year, and the last time it happened, Everett Jasmer, protested. He did not agree with the call. Do you agree with the call that the TNT officials made last night?
Army, you're putting me in the corner here. It's not really a matter whether I agree with them or not. They're the officials. They run the show. I went and looked at the videotape. It is a matter of points and money, too, of course. And I feel that I hit the ramp. The truck launched straight and then made a move in the air. It's something that I can watch on videotape and something I feel the officials should have looked at. But I'm not complaining about it, Army. That's why they call it a sport.
Steve Wilkie in USA 1, if nothing else, learned a bunch last week. How much, we're going to find out right now, because in Dave Wysork in Nightlife, he has a top-quality opponent.
Tell you what, Dave Wysork can take his USA 1 truck and teach him something in a heartbeat. He can be the professor on this run. Meanwhile, Wilkie's doing a good job on the far side. Half track is an even race, USA 1. Wilkie puts that first win under his belt as a new driver for the USA 1 team.
Steve Wilkie picking up where Rod Litzow left off with an impressive victory. Wilkie gets the win over an excellent truck. Dave Wysork's Nightlife. Steve's very happy about the win.
Steve, that has to be an awfully big relief for you to get that win under your belt.
The first one's always the toughest, Army. I'll tell you what, True Value and Chevrolet and Everett Jasmine, they built one heck of a truck. I got a little tire spin off the starting line, and I hooked good in second gear. I come out the first stack fairly straight this time. I was able to pedal it in high gear, and we took a win.